down, never small.
Good morning friends, welcome to my kitchen and welcome to another cooking video. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I have been pretty lazy when it comes to cooking lately. So to make sure that I'm eating meals from home and meals that I've made, I have been doing meal prep. So I'll prep a breakfast, I'll prep a main meal, and today, just a special one for you guys, I'll even prep a dessert. I am currently doing a cut, so I am tracking my calories. My number one priority is protein. I am trying to get at least 140 grams of protein a day, so I make sure my meals are packed with protein. So today you'll be seeing 3 high protein meals and low-ish calories. I have actually just been to the farmer's market where I got most of my fresh produce that is quickly becoming my new favorite thing. Peep my farmer's market outfit. You need to see this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to make is breakfast, and we will be having an egg bake for breakfast. I'll show you a few little things that I do to make it higher protein, a little bit lower calorie. I like to keep things super simple. This is not complicated at all. Once you prep the veggies, you mix everything in a bowl, put it in the oven, forget about it. It's not even there. So what you'll need are eggs, thickened cream. The light version is a little bit low in calorie. Can you see that? Capsicum, onion, spinach, your choice of deli meat. I've got pastrami, ham, and leftover turkey, cheese. Now, this is where the higher protein comes in. I am quite hesitant to recommend this because at the start of the year, this used to be $5. And even then, it was a little bit pricey. These are egg whites, by the way. So $5 for 500 grams of egg whites. And then I just haven't bought some in a while. I went to buy this yesterday, and this is now $8. Yeah, that's right, $8. Now, you definitely don't need to go out and buy an $8 bag of egg whites if you don't want to. This just simply gives you more protein for how many calories are in the meal. So, if you want to spend $8 on egg whites, you can, but you definitely don't need to. Just add in more eggs instead. Alright, so what we're going to do first is preheat the oven to 180 degrees. And then line your baking dish with butter just so that the egg bake doesn't stick to the pan. Baking dish. So we'll chop up half a red onion, 2/3 of the red capsicum, 100 grams of the turkey, and then 50 grams of the ham, 50 grams of the pastrami. Chop up half a bag of spinach, and we'll just put that in the baking dish. Let's do half the capsicum. That's actually quite a large one. I've done a little bit less than half because this onion is also quite large. Half a bag of spinach. Just a very rough chop. Oh yeah. Jeez, that's full already. Alright, let's do the turkey. Oh, by the way, so I use the Lifesum app to track my food, and if you've got the paid version, it lets you put recipes in the app. So I'll basically just put in my recipe with the amount of ingredients I've used, and then when you go portion out your meal sizes, it calculates the macros and the calories for that meal. about 15 minutes. Now, I didn't do this in my last one, but I want to try adding a little bit of flour. We'll just do a tablespoon because I don't really want to wreck my recipe with like 2 tablespoons. I don't know what that will do to it. But yeah, this is just to help it like thicken up a little bit. By the way, I am by no means a chef. I just like to experiment with everything I make. Oh, I forgot to put cheese. A handful of cheese. That was a very full dish. Taking that to the oven was a very stressful. Now I am a clean as I go kind of gal, so I will clean up the breakfast stuff and then we'll come back and make the main meal. Pop the bake in the oven for 20 minutes. About halfway through, I will sprinkle the top with a little bit of cheese, pop it back in for another 10 minutes, and then we'll see what that's looking like. Hey guys, we're back. We've had an outfit change because suddenly my house was dropped 10 degrees, so it's freezing now. It is now time for our main meal and we will be making a spag bolognese. Last time I made the chicken mince spag bowl. This time we're going in with kangaroo mince, which is a very lean meat. It's high in protein, very low in fat. You need onion, capsicum, frozen veggies, a pasta sauce of your choice. I like to pick one that has very few ingredients, so it's a lot more like natural. Tomato paste, taco mix, some white sauce, and for the high protein, some protein pasta. And you will also be needing a little bit of milk for the white sauce. Whichever milk of your choice, I use almond milk, so that's what I'll be using. All right, so firstly, you want to get the biggest pan, the widest pan that you have. All right, so firstly, we'll saute the onions. All right, so I've added in the kangaroo mince, and while that was browning, I decided to check on my egg bake. And so last time I made it, I didn't put in as many veggies as I did this time, and there's my first mistake, because now it is quite watery still. So I will keep it in for another 20 minutes, I reckon, and see where we're at. Sometimes my experiments don't always work out, but we just adapt. We live and we learn. So once the mince browns, I will add in frozen veggies. I use vegetables to add volume to my meal. I usually add about 200 grams, but my packet's pretty much almost done, so I'm just gonna add in everything that's left. All right, y'all, we are on the home stretch. So I've just added in the tomato paste. I'm now adding in the pasta sauce. And while that is simmering, I will make the white sauce. So it's simply just the entire packet in a mixing bowl with 250 grams of milk. The instructions on the back. You just make it the way the packet suggests. Pop it in the microwave, and that gives you a nice white creamy sauce. I probably shouldn't call this a spag bolognese because it's nothing really like a spag bolognese. It's just basically a mince that I will be having with pasta. Where's my measuring dish? The white sauce is in for a nice creamy finish. I will just let that simmer for about 10 minutes and we are rock and roller. Guys, I forgot to cook the pasta. So you really want to cook the pasta as your first step before you start making the mince. That way, by the time your mince is ready, your pasta is ready as well. And that protein pasta takes a little bit longer than regular pastas. It's about 20 minutes. So I've just popped that on the stove now. The pasta's cooking and the mince is simmering. So we are about to start our final meal of the meal prep, and that's dessert. As you can see, there's only 3 ingredients in front of me, so this is super simple. Now I must disclaim, this is actually not my recipe. I've got this from Instagram. The other 2 are recipes that I've actually like tweaked around and put together. And I could have sworn I purchased rice cakes yesterday, but I obviously forgot because they're not in my pantry. So I'm gonna try and make them with cruscets. Will this work? I absolutely have no idea. But like I said, I am here for the experiment. So let's try it. So cruscets, any protein of your choice. I'm using the Macromike cookie dough and 150 grams of chocolate. So I've got a couple chocolate bars in my fridge. I'll use the marble one and I'll use the crackle. See how that goes. So 50 grams of the rice cakes, 30 grams of the protein powder, 150 grams of the chocolate. All right, so firstly, what I'll do is I'll chop up the chocolate and put that in the microwave so that can start to melt. So this one, I'm actually gonna measure properly because I need the right consistency. So I want 150 grams of chocolate. This dessert is not high protein, this is just dessert. As much as I am obsessed with having high protein, sometimes I do just like to have meals because they taste good. And this is one of them. Now we want to mix up the dry ingredients. So we have 50 grams of the cruscets. 30 grams of protein powder. Give that a good mix. Alright, so sometimes when you make these Instagram recipes, they literally like don't work out. So I was panicking a little bit there because I thought I would have a dessert because that chocolate that they recommended just wasn't enough for the mix I had. I had to make some adjustments. I added in some maple syrup and some cocoa powder, and that now looks like that. Alright, that is that done. Oh, sorry. I'll pop, what are these called? Just a chocolate protein bar. So I'll pop them in the fridge for an hour and then I'll finish tidying up, and that's pretty much me done. The pasta is ready, the egg bake's ready, and the mince is ready. So I will come back in an hour, package everything up, and we'll see what everything's looking like. Not gonna lie, I am a little bit tired. That probably took me, I want to say, an hour and a half. I did take a 15-minute break because I was a bit hungry. All right, I will see you in an hour.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, and there you have it. That is my breakfast, 1 main meal and a snack done. So the mince ended up making 5 servings. I just portioned it out 200 grams. I'm gonna have that one for lunch now. And then these made 8, surprisingly. So I'll share the calories with you now. Alright, so kangaroo mince for each serving is 213 calories with 25 grams of protein, and the egg bake is 213 calories as well, but with 20 grams of protein. I would have liked that to be a little bit higher in protein, but if I have 2 of these servings as like 1 meal, would be about like 400 calories with 40 grams of protein, which I might do. It just depends on what I eat it with. Sometimes I like to have them by themselves. Sometimes I'll put it in like a taco and have a breakfast taco. Sometimes I'll just have it with like a side of bread or a bagel. This as well, you don't have to have it with pasta. I've had it with tacos, I've had it with rice, and it's still good. This is just what I decided to do for this week. The chocolate. That's still in the fridge. It's not as hard as I'd like it to be. It's still a little bit soft, but it's absolutely tasty. So I'll just let that sit in the fridge for a little bit longer. I'm pretty much set for the rest of the week. For me, it's always good to have like a meal handy in the fridge, so when I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking, I know exactly what to grab. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys helped me meal prep this week, so thank you so much. I am now going to go have my afternoon iced coffee because you know it. It's almost 3 p.m. and I feel tired. Alright, it's a sign off from Danny and I. Danny, say bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye.